Hello everyone, we're going to go over section 8.7 and the topic is the cost of home ownership. A mortgage is a long-term loan for the purpose of buying a home. The down payment is the portion of the sale price of the home that the buyer initially pays to the seller. The amount of the mortgage is the difference between the sale price and the down payment. Some companies called mortgage brokers offer to find you a mortgage lender willing to make you a loan. And here we're going to go over two types of loans. The fixed rate mortgages have the same monthly payment during the entire time of the loan. The other one that we're addressing here, variable rate mortgages, known as adjustable rate mortgages or ARMs, have payment amounts that change from time to time depending on changes in the interest rate. So there are computations involved when buying a home, and usually this is done by their software that the company owns. So we're going to show you how to do it by hand, how to calculate the payment and other areas for mortgages, but it's usually done for you. But now you have a new appreciation for the technology. Most lending institutions require the buyer to pay one or more points at the time of closing. That is the time at which the mortgage begins. A point is a one-time charge that equals 1% of the loan amount. So a point is a one-time charge. So if it is a 1 point, it's 1%. For example, if it is 2 points, that means that the buyer must pay 2% of the loan amount at closing. A document called the Truth in Lending Disclosure Statement shows the buyer the APR, or the annual percentage rate, for the mortgage. In addition, lending institutions can require that part of the monthly payment be deposited into an account that is called an escrow account, an account that is used by the lender to pay real estate taxes and insurance. The loan payment formula that we're going to use here, it is for the fixed installment loans. So it is this huge formula here. So the P is the amount of the loan. So I'll write here the amount of the loan. And that is the amount after the down payment. The rate, it will be as a percent, but you will be turning this into a decimal. N is how many times it's calculated, and you make monthly payments. So N will be 12 in this section. And the time is how many years. So the time will be in years. So in the next page, we're going to work an example. So you can pause the video if you're hungry, have a snack, and then come back because you might get dizzy. Okay, so next page. So I already worked it out, so I'm going to walk you through what I did. I'll change colors to make it more interesting. So in this example, the price of the home, which is often also called the sale price of the home, is $175,500. The bank requires a 10% down payment and 2 points at the time of closing. The cost of the home is financed with 30 years, so the time will be 30 years. And the rate in here, the rate is 4.125%. And remember that you're going to move the decimal point 2 units left. So that's where you will see 0.04125 for the rate. So the first part that we're calculating is the down payment. So the down payment is the sale price multiplied by the percentage or the decimal portion. So the sale price is $175,500 times 10% or 0.10 is $17,550. That is your down payment. And that is the answers for part A. Part B, the amount of the mortgage. The amount of the mortgage is going to be the sale price minus the down payment. And the down payment, remember, that was part A. The sale price is what was stated at the beginning. The price of the home, $175,500 minus the down payment that we found in part A. That will give you the amount of the loan is $157,950. So this is the answer for you to your part B. Part C. How much must be paid for the 2 points? As soon as you see the 2 points, that equals 2%, and as a decimal, you move the decimal point 2 units left. It is implied to be at the end, so you move 2 units left. So this is going to be $157,950. That is the answer from part B. And the 2 points, 0.02. So the 2 points that you need to pay at closing is $3,159. So this is the answer to your part C. Part D. Find the monthly payment excluding escrow, taxes, and insurance. So the payment is the answer from part B. $157,950. I'm sorry, the amount of the mortgage that is represented by the letter P is the answer from part B. It's a monthly payment, so therefore N is 12. The rate 4.125%, 0.04125, and the time 30 years. So remember the large payment formula from the previous page. So we'll replace all the values. This is your P, your rate, your N, and be careful as you enter this in your calculator. Remember that in the calculator, instead of using brackets, you're going to use the parentheses twice. And the negative here that you're using is the one that is in parentheses. The other negative is a minus sign, is the operation. So you replace all that and make sure that you're able to practice with your calculator, a scientific or graphing calculator, and the payment is $765.50. Then, this is the answer to your part D. Part E, the total interest is going to require you to calculate the amount of payments that you make. So the payment that we calculated in part D, multiply by 12 payments that you make each year, and the loan is for 30 years. So 12 payments each year for 30 years, and this was the payment, $765.50. That means that the total cost, it will be $275,581.53. That's how many payments you make. In order to determine the total interest, you're going to take the amount of the payments minus the amount of the mortgage. So the amount of payments is $275,581.53 minus the amount of the mortgage that is after the down payment, and this is the answer from part B, $157,950. So this amount is how much it's costing you to finance the house at that rate for 30 years. So hopefully this will help you understand this part of this homework. Thank you so much.